What's going on, guys? John Santos, and in today's video what we're going to cover is 5 things I wish I would have known before starting the business journey. Alright, now these are the 5 things I really wish that somebody would have told me or forewarned me about before really getting into it or staying in the game. Alright, and of course there's a lot more that I'd love to discuss, and we'll do that in the next one, but on this one, definitely want to make sure to get you guys started on the right foot as you're starting or growing your business in 2018. All right, and the first one that I want to cover is dropshipping. All right, I wish this was around back in the day when I was getting started. 2008, 2009, 2010 was the world of the bankruptcies and the depression in the United States. So it was very rare to find any type of dropshipping companies, and even more rare to make it very easy for people to do so. Alright, so with the rise of Shopify and e-commerce, dropshipping has allowed companies to get started. There's 2 things that I really want to talk about in this first section, and one of it being that you should use dropshipping in order to prove your idea. Alright, I really think dropshipping is one of the game changers when it comes to launching businesses and products, because it allows you to prove your market and prove your idea. It's what we call the minimum viable product, meaning getting just enough to get your designs or your brands or your concept out to market, which allows you to prove that you're actually in the right market, and then it allows you to invest into the right resources. All right, so dropshipping is great for that because you don't have to put any money out in order to start your business. So there's things like Printful and all these other dropshipping sites that connect to t-shirts, mugs, posters if you're an artist. You know, there's all kinds of dropshipping companies, and I'll make sure to link those down below so you guys get access to them and you can try them out. And of course, Shopify is one of them that plugs up to almost all of them. So make sure you guys check out the Shopify offer 14-day free trial down below. And if you haven't already joined the insider list that we have, I highly do encourage you guys doing so. I give you guys all kinds of stuff, and I appreciate all those that have subscribed. All right, and the second part of that is knowing that dropshipping is only going to get you to a certain point. All right, what I mean by that is a lot of these people out there selling these dropshipping courses and stuff, they're showing you guys really cool things, but the thing is that almost every single dropshipping style business model, if they don't start creating their own products and grow outside of that one little niche or that one little market they have, is they're going to cap out, and then the net profits off the total operating of the business is very minimal. All right, and it's the reason why people have multiple dropshipping stores. So that on its own becomes its own business model. And if you guys are wanting to get started with dropshipping and only do dropshipping, just realize that it's going to be a very tough market. All right, you eventually have to grow and branch out into your own products and find your own niche and find your own thing out there. All right, so dropshipping is good to get started, but don't buy into all the hype. All right, and that leads us into tip number 2 that I want to discuss with you guys, and that is that a lot of these people selling these courses online are making more money on the courses than they do on creating the things that they're selling you. All right, I'm gonna break this down for you guys. I'm not sure how long you guys have been using Instagram or Facebook or MySpace. I'm not sure how many of you guys actually were on MySpace, but back in the day, back in the MySpace days, there was all these like, hey, give me some money and I'll triple it or make it 10 times more. You know, if it said like give me $10, I'll make it 100. Give me 100, I'll make it 1,000. You know, they had all these like scams, legitimate scams out on the internet, and a lot of people actually fell for them. And I recently was talking to somebody, they were telling me how they fell for it. But what ends up happening, guys, is right now there's a big surge of that happening again, and I'm starting to see it, and there's people that are falling for it. And one of the biggest things is a lot of these investors that are investing in the stock market and stuff, they're making a shit ton of money on people giving them money, and then it ends up becoming something that they consistently have to raise money for in order to pay people back. So essentially it's a pyramid scheme. All right, a lot of these courses that ask you to give them money and they're paying you guys a return on your money is really a pyramid scheme. So make sure you guys are on the lookout and you're alert to some of these business models. All right, and of course there's others that are probably legit courses in terms of the stuff that they're providing you guys, but just realize that those courses will only take you so far, and you'll only be able to generate the effort that you put into it. All right, so don't go into it with like, oh my God, it's gonna change my life, unless you're ready to change your life. And the truth of the matter is that you could find a lot of that content for free right on the internet. Searching on YouTube, going on Google, like it's the stuff that you guys find, such as the videos on my channel. All that stuff I offer for free because I realize a lot of people are selling it, and I'm just like, dude, you guys should have it, you guys should be educated on it, and you should really look and dive into creating something big. The only thing I ask in return is to make sure you change your community and make sure you do something positive in this world so we can continue that cycle. And of course, using my links at the bottom so it allows me to film more videos and continue spreading this movement. And now the third thing I wish I would have known before starting a business was the network marketing model. Now I think a lot of these types of businesses get a bad rap. A lot of these businesses are like the network marketing. People think it's a pyramid scheme. And for the most part, it is and isn't. Of course, they're going to have the main argument they have is you're an employee, so you're working for a company, and that company is making money off you, so you're technically working in a pyramid scheme. Yeah, we heard it. I heard all kinds of rebuttals and all kinds of different things against why their business is a legit business. And a lot of these are, guys, a lot of these like Amway and a lot of these like Shackley, you know, those have been around for like 30 years and stuff, and they've gone through investigations and things, and they've decided that they're not pyramid schemes. And I wish I would have known about network marketing earlier, just to have my ears open in terms of what was and what is a good business model. All right, so for network marketing, essentially what it is a lot of these people, what they'll do is they'll bring you into this house and into this like big mansion or penthouse or something of like a 25-year-old person that made it successfully, and they want to sign you up as under their team and really help you generate money together so you guys can all live in this big penthouse and stuff. And the reason that I'm talking about this, because I've been to so many of these things, guys, like friends will like straight up trick me and say, hey, so we're just gonna like go hang out, like is it cool? And I'm like, hey, we're not gonna go to like one of those network marketing things, right? They're like, no, it's just a cool barbecue, maybe you can learn about the business. And I'm like, cool, and food, I'm there. And then you sit there, they're like, okay, cool, oh, damn it. I just got myself into one of these network marketing meetings. And I'm like, hey, can I use the bathroom? And I dip, you know? So I would say to just realize that if you are considering starting a network marketing business, just realize that you're not gonna have much friends when you're done with it. And just as long as you're cool with that, you're good. But also realize that you really need to know who it is you're working under. Like if these people have been doing it less than 5 years, in terms of that person that like is going to be like the one that's making it in your industry or in your community, ask them how long he's actually been doing for it and where the majority of the money has been coming from. If they haven't been doing it for more than 5 years, chances are they're probably going to fail within the first 5 years. So you don't necessarily want to associate yourself with somebody that's just in it to try to make a quick buck. The ones that have been doing it for over 5 years and know that it's a long game and know that it's a grind and are upfront with you guys about that and don't try to like wine and dine you to like just sign up and start under them, those are the people that you do want to have a good conversation with. But the others, just try to stay away from. They show a lot of promise and they show a lot of cool stuff for you to really pique your interest, but don't waste your time or money on it if you're not about to commit 5 years to that business. All right, and I say 5 years committed to a business because it takes years to get things off the ground, guys. So always know what it is that you want to do in life so you're able to commit 5 years to proving it and growing it and becoming who you need to be in order to accomplish your dreams. And that leads into the fourth thing that has remained true over the last 7 to 8 years, and that is hard work pays off, get rich quick rarely does. All right, I'm gonna tell you guys a little story that I don't necessarily always share with everybody. And this story is about when I was 18 years old. I had some money saved up from working the different jobs I had through high school. And then a friend of mine came up to me, and at this time I was 18, this is 2008. A friend of mine came up to me, he's like a 13-year-old kid or something. He was younger than me. And he was like, dude, have you heard about Bitcoin? You know, like he asked me, have you heard about Bitcoin? And I hadn't. This was 2008, 2009. And I was like, no, I haven't heard about Bitcoin. And he said, dude, this is so crazy. Like, do you have like a couple $100 I can have, and we'll invest into Bitcoin, and this thing is gonna blow up huge, you know? And I think back then, Bitcoin was worth less than $1, or right at $1, less than that. And I did my research, like anybody that's about to invest into anything should. I did my research into it, and I was like, what the hell, cryptocurrency? I was like, okay, deregulated. I was super confused with how things would work in terms of where the hell the money goes and how the hell I'm gonna get it back. At that time, there was no ATMs, none of that stuff. It was very like bottom level. And as time went on, I never invested into it. I said, no, dude, that's not a good business model. I don't even know what the hell it is. So I didn't invest a couple. He told me, hey, just give me 300. We'll invest in it together. It can make us millions, you know? And I was like, yeah, sure, that's crazy. So fast forward a few years, started growing in price. Again, he came back up to me in like 2014. He was like, dude, it's only worth like less than $10 or whatever. Like, let's invest in it now. It's gonna go crazy. And fast forward till now, 2017, I think it's worth $7,000. So you could say that I really lost out, and I could be beating myself up because I could have invested in Bitcoin when it was just started, and I could have made a couple $1,000,000 if I would have just invested a couple thousand right out the gate. The moral of the story that I'm trying to say, guys, is that over those years, I used that $100 and I just went out and just worked, and I worked harder, and we reinvested into learning more. We reinvested into relationships. We reinvested into everything to really build what it is that we're building and being able to do what I do today. And that was the hard work, all right? And I've been able to have some success with that. But with the Bitcoin, it would have been a shot in the dark, and who would have known if it actually worked, right? And then there was also other Bitcoin stuff going around that people were telling me I should invest in, like Dogcoin or all those other ones when they were like very small, similar to Bitcoin when they were back in early 2009. So there was a lot of different cryptocurrencies that people were telling me I needed to get into. But the thing with that was that cryptocurrency was not a business model I wanted to get myself into. I didn't know about it, and I didn't necessarily care to learn about it. So for those that did make it and the successes that you guys are reading, I really ask that you guys look into the background of those people and look into what those people did to be those multimillionaire Bitcoin investors that are now millionaires because they followed their gut and they knew the future. They really stuck with it. A lot of these guys really learned it. They knew when to trade it, they knew when to buy more, and they were in it for the long run. So they made it their full-time gig. So you guys should be aware that whatever it is you're getting yourself into, you're in it for the long run, and you're diving with knowledge, and you're diving with time, and you're staying on top of it, because hard work pays off, and getting rich quick schemes rarely do. All right, so just realize that. And now the last thing I want to share with you guys is that business is a lifelong game. All right, it's a lifelong journey, and it's not something that you should get into if you're just wanting to just try and dabble in it. Like, it should be something that you're passionate about, and it should be something that you're in it for the long run. All right, and that means spending all the time and all of your energy learning into how you could be better at the game of business. Whether that means taking some classes, or whether that means getting some mentors, whether that means joining mentor groups or mastermind groups in your community. Like, whatever it is, it means really diving into it and spending the time to be better at it. All right, because over the years, what you'll see happens is you'll start to learn all kinds of things that you were just oblivious to. You know, you're just like, oh, okay, that works out, that's cool. But over the years, what you'll see is that everything is almost the same. What I mean by that is that business has a set of rules and fundamentals and ways to talk to people, ways to negotiate, ways to do deals. Everything is almost, you can apply that to any other business, all right? So that's the reason why a lot of these like big executives and stuff move from like a soft drink company to like an apparel, or from a tech company to a soft drink company, is because the business fundamentals are a lot of the ways are the same thing. So in this game of business, you're gonna learn some tools, and you're gonna learn some things along the way that you can apply to anything you decide to do. All right, so whether you guys have success with your first business or you don't, like, those are lessons that you'll be able to take and apply to a secondary business or a third or fourth or fifth. But don't get discouraged because you don't win it the first time. All right, and it's just a way of life, and it's the way that I've learned things go. And for us, it's meant that we failed a lot, and we failed big, and we failed small, and we failed all kinds in all ways and shapes and forms that you could possibly think about. From failing with business partnerships to failing with legality stuff. There's all kinds of things that have gone down. And the biggest thing that mentors have told us is that if you're not failing, you're not working hard enough. All right, and if you're not failing, it means you're not reaching high enough. So the business and the game of business is a lifelong process, and it's something that you really always need to push your limits to. Know when it is that you are gonna fail, you're gonna make an adjustment, and you try it again. All right, make those shots and you'll make some shots. Fail to take any, you're not gonna win. All right, so that's just the way it is. Realize that nothing is personal, and regardless of what happens, keep a positive attitude and a positive frame of mind, and you guys will be successful. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and these are just 5 quick things I wanted to make sure you guys knew. As you're starting or you're continuing on your journey in 2018, I hope some of these tips really are able to light a good fire or continue rising and increasing your ability to continue. All right, so make sure you comment down below with any questions that you may have in this video or any questions that you just have in general. I would love to connect with you guys there. Make sure to follow on Instagram. I'm on there as well. You guys can send me messages, or if you sign up to the newsletter, reply back to the newsletters. I see that stuff, guys. So then I can just reply back to you right there. All right, so there's multiple ways to get a hold of me. And like always, make sure that you guys subscribe to this channel, and please forward these videos to people that may be starting a business or in a journey of business and may need some of the resources that are on my channel. That is the biggest way for you guys to compliment me, is to continue growing what it is that we're doing and making a big change in this world. All right, till next time, let's get it. Talk soon, bye.